Welcome back to White Noise Racing. It is race weekend. We are about to head out to Willow Springs International Raceway for VARA's High Desert Challenge. I think we have over 100 cars entered to race this weekend. There's also a vintage Japanese car show. I heard over 120 cars signed up for that. There's also a track day for folks that want to come out and drive the track. That is sold out. It's going to be a packed weekend. The car is back together. We got the new transmission back in it, new clutch plate, all the basic maintenance to get it ready to go. Put a new water pump on it because it was leaking out of the weep seep hole just a little bit. So to be safe, threw another one on. Car should be ready to go. We just got to load up and we'll see you at Willow Springs. All right, we're going to pause here to say it was a great weekend until it wasn't. This is how the weekend ended, unfortunately. But let's keep watching and see how we got there.
This is Dad. Anyway, it's been a busy morning. We're out on track for our first practice session. It's about to wind down. Time-wise, we're looking pretty good about where we were thinking we might be, so we'll have to look at that a little bit later. But just thought I'd touch base. It's been a great morning, busy morning, and we'll get back to you soon.
Everything went good. The steering wheel's not pointed straight, so we'll get that fixed. Car ran great besides that. Alright, so we just got done with qualifying. Had a little off-track excursion. But rebounded. I got a 147 something. Leader of our class was 3/10 ahead of me, so I qualified second in class. Yeah, we're ready to go out to the flag race. Cars warming up, I'm gonna get geared up and head to the grid.
car took a wild ride. The back end is shifted really bad, and the front suspension is broke. We removed the hood. The guns in the air will be moving shortly. There is going to be a lot of rock driver's right against the white line.
How do you feel about it there?
All right, so here we are back at the house. It's been a few weeks since the race. We got the car back in the garage, which is a huge accomplishment given that only 2 of the 4 wheels were spinning. First, I want to talk about what happened. Obviously, lost control, the back end came around, spun around, went off track, hit a ditch, and then unfortunately there's kind of a dirt wall right there, right out of turn 4 at Willow Springs. So, analyzing it over after it happened, what I should have done was track out further out of that corner all the way to track left. That would have put less strain on the tires, on the grip. The tires were smoked. It was towards the end of the race and they were hot for sure. This car has a welded rear differential, so once the back end comes around, it's pretty hard to bring it back. You can tell from the video that I tried, but couldn't get it back around. So let's now look at the damage here. We've got some body damage on the rear, up under the car. Luckily the axle and the shock looks fine. This rear upright, you can tell I've already kind of taken some stuff apart. This was bent, and then this rear radius rod obviously bent. That's supposed to be straight. So we'll replace the radius rod, the upright. Hopefully that gets the back straightened out. Some body damage here. I don't know if you guys can tell from the video, but the door actually came open on the front straight before the crash, and then it came open again as the crash was happening before I hit the ditch. So I think the door was actually open when I went off track. Which caused that damage. Also caused this up here, cracking the front windscreen. The inside of the car is filthy. This is actually after vacuuming it out. So got a ton of dirt in there, and then it rained that night, of course. So that's why the car is so filthy. Coming up to the front, we got a huge chunk out of this front brake rotor. I've never seen that happen before. So that's a first. Steering rack is toast, which is a bummer because that only had 2 races on it. So we'll replace the steering rack, new tie rod ends, new upper and lower control arms. I'm not sure they're bent, but just to be safe. And then this upright piece is what broke and made the tire go sideways. That's actually a common weak point on the Spitfires. I was planning to upgrade to the trunnionless uprights, so obviously now it's the perfect time to do so. We got a dent here on the front bumper. That needed to be repainted anyways, so try and pull that out and repaint that. All in all, obviously a bummer. It looked worse at the track. Once we got it here, up on jack stands, assess the damage. It's obviously fixable. I'm gonna take my time, do it right. We'll get it back on the track at some point. Thank you for watching. I wish it was a better result, but we'll get it back and maybe we'll get some cool video of rebuilding it. Bye.